Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing well. So today is going to be my yearly favorite roundup video. I did one of this last year and I got a couple of requests to do one for the past year. So this is going to be my favorite products for 2015. Now I didn't include all of my favorite products in here just because I will make this video really long. All I did was just take the products that I feel like I constantly reach for and I'm constantly using. The products that are really stood out to me, that I just love the formula, the feel, how it looked. So I just put all of that into this video. So I'm gonna start off by talking a little bit about skincare. Now I have been promising you guys a skincare video for a while, but I just haven't gotten around to filming one. I've been experiencing some differences in my skin as I'm getting older, so I've incorporated a lot of anti-aging things into my skincare now, and I'm glad to say that I can definitely see them working, because I am comparing myself to people that are around my same age that are not necessarily using skincare products, and I definitely notice a difference in our skin. No shade, but I just do. But I did pick out a few things in this video to share with you guys that are my main staples in my skincare that I don't think I'm ever gonna change, and things that have completely, and I mean completely, changed my skin. To remove my makeup all year long, I have been using the Henriksen Pure Truth Melting Cleanser. This smells so good. Oh my god, it smells so good. It smells like oranges, and it's packed full of vitamin C, and it's like a creamy oil. You put it all over your face, it literally melts everything off, and then you just use like a makeup wipe or something to just kind of wipe everything away. But I love this because it removes all of my makeup without leaving my skin dry, and it gives a really nice glow to my skin after I'm done using it. So I've really been liking this. Next thing is something that has almost completely changed my hyperpigmentation and the dark spots that I have on my face, which is the Boscia exfoliating peeling gel. This is just a small size, but I've had it in the big size, small size. I love this stuff. It's amazing. It's more of a chemical exfoliator than a physical exfoliator. So I have been using this, and it has been working really well for me. If you are a woman of color or anybody who's suffering from any acne scars or hyperpigmentation, I highly recommend the Boscia peeling gel. This is awesome. And as far as a toner, I didn't really use a toner before, but I decided to start incorporating a toner into my skincare, and I've noticed that my skin has been regulating a lot more now. I'm only oily now, I would say, right around my nose area and maybe like around my forehead, but other than that, the rest of my skin is pretty normal. I have developed a couple of dry areas, but it's nothing major. But I find that using a toner has really helped. This is the Mario Badescu Alpha Grapefruit Cleansing Lotion. So it's a toner lotion, but it has grapefruit in it, which helps, again, chemical exfoliation on your face. So this has really made my skin nice and smooth, bright. It's just a really good toner, and it's really inexpensive. I think I got this for maybe 12 or 15 bucks at Ulta, but I definitely recommend his toners. I love his toners. This is the second toner by him that I've tried, and I've really loved both of them. Next thing I'm going to talk about is going to be what I've been using to moisturize my skin. Again, as you guys have followed me through the years, I have super oily, well, I used to have super oily skin. Now I just have a super oily T-zone, and I basically have changed my skin. Through my skincare, I've changed my skin completely and how my skin reacts to things. It's not oily as you used to, and that's from almost a year of training it. But one thing that has really helped, and you guys have seen me use this, talk about this, we're going to talk about it one more time, is the Tarte maracuja oil. But I absolutely love this to moisturize my face. One thing I've noticed about my skin and oily skin, and I really keep saying this, but I need to do it. I want to do a video on oily skin and how to regulate your skin, because that has been something that I've been really passionate about, and I feel like I have pretty much got down packed. Is that the more I try to mattify my skin, I used to put on a mattifying lotion and mattifying primer and mattifying foundation, and I would still be so oily, and I didn't understand. But I think that the more you try to mattify your skin, the more oil it tries to produce. So I've tried to attack it from a different angle and put oil on it, and you guys, it has worked amazing. All right, now that we're done talking about skincare, at least for this video, I'm gonna move on to a couple of facial sprays. I have 3 facial sprays that I want to talk to you guys about. I used to be really big into like the mattifying setting sprays, and as you guys know, I've been a huge fan of everything matte face, matte lips, matte eyes, like everything matte was me. And then in the past year, I have kind of gravitated more towards the more healthy, dewy, luminous skin. So of course my setting sprays would change because before all of them were matte, but I've gravitated towards a couple of things, and there are 3 setting sprays that I have been constantly using in rotation. The first one you guys have seen in a video of mine, and I use this specifically when I want to really highlight my face and I want my highlight to pop, and that is the Evian facial spray. I will link that video up here of when I showed you guys how I use this to highlight my face. This works amazing. Now, this is not a setting spray. This is literally water in a bottle, and I think it has a few minerals, but that's all this is. Do not use it to set your face. It will literally make everything drip off of your face. You need a light mist just to take away the powder look on your face and to help you really brush on your highlight. This is not going to extend the wear of your makeup at all. The second facial spray I want to talk to you guys about is the M.A.C mineralized charged water, and I always have such an issue saying the word mineralized. Mineralized. It's one of those English words that gets me every time. Now, how I use this is I mist this on my face when I'm wearing a very thick consistency foundation, and it helps everything just glide on. And then after that, I spray this over my makeup. Now again, this is not a setting spray. This is not going to extend the wear of your makeup. This is purely just to give your face a more skin-like effect, because I do apply like a full face of powder and everything, so I want to bring everything together. This just helps the foundation, the highlight, the contour, everything just kind of come together and look uniform without having separation on your face, if that makes any sense. So that's what I use this one for. I want to move on to foundations. I have 3 foundations that I've pretty much kept in rotation this year. One of them I actually reviewed at the beginning of 2015, and I wasn't so excited about it. I was like, another foundation, and that one is the L'Oreal Pro Matte Infallible Pro Matte Foundation, and I have it in 2 shades. I have it in Cocoa, and then I think the other one is Sable, the color that's right above that, because Cocoa is a little bit too red and too dark for me. When I reviewed this at the beginning of the year, and again I will put that video up here if you guys want to go see my review, my in-depth review on this foundation, I didn't like it because it was the dead middle of winter, and I put this on with a mattifying primer, and when I tell you guys, my face was so matte and dry. It was so matte and dry, I couldn't handle it, and I think that's one of the reasons why I didn't like it so much. But I learned to mix it with other things, and I learned to really love it over the summertime. So if you really need something that's going to keep it all together in the summer and not run off your face and has pretty good coverage, this is going to be for you. Next foundation I have, I've also done a review over, and I would link that right up here. Just make sure that you guys check the little iCards up here, because that's where, or up here, it's somewhere here. That's where I link all my videos for you guys. But that next foundation is the M.A.C Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation. I have been loving this. This has been bae. I have loved putting this on. It's just one of those foundations that just took me by surprise. When I heard the word nourishing, I didn't think I was gonna like it, because obviously I have a really oily T-zone, but outstanding. It has done an outstanding job, and I really have enjoyed wearing this. Like I said, if you guys want to hear all about it, I do have a review over it, but this has definitely been a great foundation. I'm going to be repurchasing it over and over again. Next foundation made the cut because of one thing. Let me tell you what it is first, and then we'll talk about it. This is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting foundation and concealer. I have not done a review on this yet. I don't know if I will. If you guys want a review of this, I can do one for you guys. I have it in the color 26 Amber, and this is the color right before the last color. The color range in this is not that awesome, which is one of the reasons why I haven't done a review on it, because it's a smidge too light, a little bit too yellow for me and too light for me, but the darker one is so much darker than me, and it oxidizes like crazy. So I decided it would be better for me to get the lighter color and put a darker powder on top to kind of even it out. But I really like this because the finish on this is out of this world. It gives you the most beautiful, photoshopped, blurred imperfection, smooth complexion ever. I love the finish on this. The cons about this is that this does not last that long on my skin. It kind of starts to break a little bit around my nose and around my mouth area, and I have to set this like no other. Like I literally have to scoop out powder and like pat, because this is beautiful, but it wants to like move around. Now that we've talked about foundation, I want to really quickly touch on concealers. These are the 3 concealers I've been using. I'm gonna give it to you in the order in which I try them. First one is the Naked Skin concealer, and I have it in darkest shade, which is dark neutral. I love this concealer. When I first got it, I put it on. We were going on a trip, put it on, blended it out, forgot to set it, left. We were sitting in the car and I was turning up to music and I realized, oh my god, I didn't set my concealer. I must be a creased up mess right now. Looked in the mirror, concealer hadn't budged, and I was like, you know what? Yes, I would take that. The next one I've tried is the Sephora Bright Future Concealer. Love this concealer. The only thing I don't like about it is the applicator. I've talked about this before. The applicator sucks to me. I compare this concealer almost to the Nars Creamy Radiant Concealer. This one, the applicator on it completely sucks. I think it should be remade. It doesn't scoop up enough product. You can't get it on there. But yeah, I really do like the formula, and I have it in the color 14 Toffee, and I use it mostly just to highlight. Next concealer I have, and this is probably the last concealer I got, and I'm almost out of it. I've never been a fan of anything Bare Minerals, but this concealer might be the first thing about them that I really like. This is the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Concealer. This concealer is beautiful. Ugh. I recommend this concealer for anybody who suffers from dry under eyes. I have super dry under eyes, and I really have to be careful what concealers I put on and how I set my concealers, because it will look crepey and like weird and tight. But I absolutely love this. It gives a really beautiful coverage. It's smooth, it blends out nicely. You do have to set it really well with a powder or it will crease on you, but I just really like the brightening effect that this gives to my face. Let's move on really quick to powders that I use to set my face. Every time that I do a foundation review, I always set my face with one of these powders. It never really strays. Powders is just one of those things that I don't really try a bunch of new ones. I find the ones that I like and I stick to it. There is another powder that I like, but I'm out of it, so I can't show you guys, and that one is the Becca powder. Love that powder. These are the ones that I pretty much keep in rotation. The first one is the MAC Studio Fix powder, and this is an NW45. This is a full coverage powder, so use it at your own risk. You need to use a very light hand with this so that you're not packing on too much product on your face. And I absolutely love this powder. It just helps me tone down any yellow foundation that I have, because it has quite a nice red base, and it just helps me color correct my foundations that might be a little bit too light or a little bit too red. My next powder that I really like is the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo powder, and I pretty much use this all the time. I also wear this when I am not trying to wear foundation. I'm just running out. I put a little bit of concealer, this powder, I'm ready to go. And I have this in the color Deep 74. I also wear the color Deep 74 in her foundation, I think. Now let's talk about what has been all the rage this year, which is contouring. I have not been contouring this year at all, I don't think. I think a couple of times I contour, but not that much. I've been obsessed with bronzing my skin. So I'm going to show you guys a couple of things that I use. The first you guys have seen in all my recent tutorials, or anytime that I'm doing anything with my face, I'm using this. This is the OCC Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics concealer in R5, and this has been my cream contour. This is what it looks like. It's a nice deep shade, and I tend to be a little bit partial to a redder contour or a redder bronzer, because I just love the way the red base bronzers make your skin look just bronzed and beautiful. I'm not too much into like the ashier colors, like the shadowy colors. I like a really warm bronzer, and this gives a really nice base for my powder bronzer. The next thing that I use is the Beauty Blush in Chocolate Chip by Fashion Fair. I don't know if people have been sleeping on this. Women, for any darker woman who is looking for a bronzer and no other color shows up on her, because sometimes it's really hard when you're darker to find a bronzer that actually shows up on your skin. This is the perfect shade. Now this is really dark. That's what I've used today to bronze my face. This is really dark. You need to be careful when you're using this. This is not for somebody who is super light. You have to be at least an NW 45 and below, like, and I'm NC 50, so you need to be like in that range and below to use this, because this is quite dark. If you are lighter, I would say use this with a really light hand. The next bronzer I've really liked is the Nars, and this is so dirty. If you guys are familiar with Nars packaging, don't judge me, you know anything stains them. This is the Nars. I think this is supposed to be like their contouring and highlighting duo, and this is in Gienah. This is what it looks like. I've also had this for a year. I'm not even near hitting pan. This is super pigmented. It shows up on me really well, even in the summertime when I get a little bit more color and become an NW 45, a little bit darker. This shows up on me really nicely. So I definitely recommend this. If you are maybe NW 50, 55, this is probably not going to show up on you, but the Fashion Fair one will. So yeah, this has been a staple in my makeup. Now I'm going to talk to you guys about some setting powders. The ones that have really stood out to me are going to be the Sacha Buttercup powder and the Laura Mercier translucent powder. Let's start with the Sacha Buttercup powder. I have been using this for a while now and I absolutely love this. I find that, and I know everybody's been saying this, but it's true. If you've been using the Ben 9 banana powder, which I was, this is 10 times better. If you are darker, sometimes a banana powder, you have to work with it so much not to get it to look ashy and crazy, but this on women of color looks absolutely beautiful. It sets your makeup nicely. It gives you the right amount of yellow. It's dark, a little bit darker in tone than the banana powder, and it works just really well. And my makeup or my concealer never creases when I have this on. The next is going to be the Laura Mercier translucent powder. Now I use this two ways. The first way is when I bought it, I used it to set my under eye, and I love this because I've never actually had a translucent powder that didn't give me a flashback in the under eye. This works amazingly well to set the under eye, those areas. The other way that I use this powder is on the days when I feel like I'm going to be oily or I'm going to be doing it up and I'm going to be applying a lot of highlighter, I put this, a little bit of it, on a brush, tap it into my T-zone. It pretty much keeps me matte the whole day. Like I don't have to worry about my face. Eyes. Let's talk about eyes. As far as eyeshadows, there have been a couple that I've really liked. And this palette right here, the Anastasia, I think this is the Shadow Couture World Traveler. This, I have traveled with this. I have done whenever I'm doing my eyes and I don't know what to do, this is what I grab for. Amazing eyeshadows. Look at it. It looks all used and abused. I use this so much. I am in love with pink champagne. Pink champagne is what I have in my inner corner today. I'm in love with fudge. I'm in love with Morocco. Unfortunately, it is limited edition. But I do know that she sells a lot of these colors, single shadows. Pink champagne comes in a single shadow, Morocco comes in a single shadow, and fudge comes in a single shadow. Noir, I believe, also comes in a single shadow. So the main beautiful colors in this can be found in a single shadow in case you guys wanted to try it. Other eyeshadows I've been loving, hands down, the Makeup Forever Artist Shadows. Absolutely beautiful. I own only 4, but these are so big. I'm gonna have them forever. These are my 2 favorite colors. This purple, that took forever to find, and then this, what is this, like a burnt orange. Really beautiful shadows, super pigmented. There's tons of videos of people using on YouTube. If you want to learn about them a little bit more, you can check them out. And hands down, some of the best eyeshadows of 2015 have to be the ColourPop eyeshadows. Love these. Beautiful, easy to use. You can use it with your finger, you can use it with a brush. Not such a fan of the matte shades just because I feel like they're not dark enough and the brushes don't pick them up as well, and it's really hard to try to blend a matte shade in your crease with your finger. So I'm sticking to mostly the Shimmer and metallic shades, love them. The only blush that I have been using for all of 2015, and I'm not even kidding, I think I've used maybe one other blush, but this is the only blush that I've been reaching for, is the Sephora Hot Flush Blush in number 13. This is what it looks like. Talked about this before in my summer must-haves video. Beautiful. Like, I can't even explain to you guys how beautiful this is on the cheeks. If you have a more medium, bronzier, darker skin tone, you are going to love this blush. It's just one of those things that I can't explain it. You just have to go try it and love it. Last things I'm going to talk about are lip products. I'm going to start off by talking about some lip plumpers, because big lips have been all the rage in 2015. I'm going to be talking about how I achieve plumper lips. Me and my lips have some issues, okay? I've been thinking about getting lip injections, but my husband said if I get them, he's gonna leave me, so it's not an option on the table. But I really feel like my top lip is very small, and I feel like my lips have a lot of fine lines in it. But I'm not gonna get lip injections because I really like being married, and I love my husband. But I do like lip plumpers because they fill in those lines that you have on your lips, so that when you apply lipstick, it just looks like smooth and nice and just there. Beautiful. And I've been using the Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme. This is amazing. You put this on, it plumps out your lips. It burns like the devil. Like, when you put this on, just know it hurts. It's painful. It feels like I've been stung by 16 bees. It's probably not that bad, but I'm just exaggerating. But the results are amazing, so I keep using it. Now, I'm not a lip gloss girl, and you guys know that, but for some reason in this new year, I've really been liking lip gloss, and that all started by me trying the NYX Intense Butter Gloss. This was the first one that I tried, which was Chocolate Crepe, and from there on I've been loving all kinds of lip gloss. I did find that I know that I do like the ones that have like full-on color. I'm not really a fan of like the barely there glosses. Like, I own a couple of the Marc Jacobs lip glosses. I'm not really a fan of those ones, but I really do like this one a lot. So I really like the NYX glosses. I also recently tried their normal butter gloss, and I kind of have to admit, I like those a lot too. I still like the Intense Butter Gloss a little bit better because they're more full color, but the regular butter glosses are not bad either. What can I say? Liquid lipsticks were everything this year. They were everywhere, everything. Everybody was wearing them. This year, the brand that really stole it for me in liquid lipsticks was ColourPop, because their colors are beautiful. They're constantly bombarding you with new colors. Like, I feel like whenever I think of a new color, ColourPop makes them. And the price point, I think it's $8. You cannot beat that. People are saying that it's drying. Maybe they're not applying it right. That's all I'm gonna say. I want to talk about highlighters really quick. And I have a lot of highlighters, but I decided to only put one in this video just because we're going overtime. I think this video is going to be like 40 minutes long. I'm going to talk about the one that I've been reaching for all year, and that has been favorite. And that is going to be my Becca Rose Gold Highlight. This is what it looks like. Becca has pretty much killed it in the highlight game. If you want to buy a highlight and you are new to highlights, get a Becca highlight. It is going to be the most amazing highlight you ever use. And I know a lot of people complain about the price, that it's $38, but if you're really thinking about it, I've had this for a year, and I've had some of my Becca highlights for 2 years. I'm not even close to being done with it. Wouldn't you rather have something a little bit more expensive that you put on and it just goes on smoothly and it lasts forever, than to buy something cheap that you literally have to scrape and put on and you don't even see it and then it's gone? Rant over. But yeah, this has been one of my favorite highlights. I highly recommend her formula. It's really nice, beautiful, pigmented, goes smoothly on the face. Awesome. So yeah, those are all my favorites for 2015, at least all the ones that I could share. If there is any videos that you guys can request, help me out. Tell me what you guys want to see. Sometimes I don't know what to film. I don't know what you guys want to see on my channel. So tell me below what videos you guys want to see coming up. I am committed this year to pushing out tons and millions of videos for you guys. So please let me down below what you guys are excited to see, what you guys want reviewed, what foundation you guys are interested in, what eyeshadow looks you guys want, and just let me know and I will try to make as many as I can for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for supporting me in the past year. It's very much appreciated. Please thumbs up this video if you watch it to the end and if you enjoy these, and please don't forget to subscribe and share this video. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.